Hello, let me ask you a question. What are 3 things that you're grateful for? I'll give you 10 seconds. No, I'll give you 20. I'll give you a minute. Would any of that even matter? Would you be able to do that for me in a minute? Some of you maybe, but I think that the great majority of you would have a really hard time thinking of 3 things that you're grateful for. And I know this because I have been asking people that for the past few months. And I have been getting just the most uncomfortable responses. Down to, what's wrong with you, Sylvia? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm just trying to instill some positivity into our environment, right? But that's just the thing. Our country, our culture, not comfortable with talking about gratitude. Which is a true shame because the countries that do focus on gratitude are much happier as a whole, lead much more satisfying lives. So I think it's something that we really need to start adopting. I think we're not comfortable with it because we as a society are like go-getters, we're fixers. We just want to like keep getting better, identifying what's wrong, fix it, right? Be the best. Well, at what point do we stop and say like, oh my God, look what's surrounding me. Like, this is so amazing. I'm so grateful for that. I probably actually don't need much more. Like, I have everything I need. And to really appreciate it, right? So, the point is here that it has to be an intentional process that you develop. Because a few months back, I was listening to my daily podcast on the way to work, and I swear there was like a week straight where like every guest would start their day by saying, or they would start their day by showing gratitude or like writing down 3 things they're grateful for and why they're grateful for them. And that why is really important, which I'll get into in a second. But I remember being like, oh, like I probably need to start doing, like, these people are so successful. They seem so happy, so positive, and really thriving in life. Like, it would totally behoove me to incorporate this into my life. But at the same time, I was so resistant and just like, do I really need this? Like, why? Like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, am I not already doing it? Like, I already know I'm grateful. I know that I'm appreciative of the things in my life. Like, what does writing down really do? It does a lot, you guys. That actual process of taking it from your mind onto paper is huge in terms of how we register and react to our thoughts, and how we remember them, actually. And then furthermore, writing down what you're grateful for and why you're grateful for it is really important, because that why really develops emotion and feelings surrounding this person or thing you're grateful for, and it really makes the whole experience more profound. So I started doing it, and I'd say a month into it, I started seeing some really amazing results. The biggest thing here is that what actually happens is that your brain rewires to be able to see more positivity and ignore more toxic, negative things in your environment. How cool is that? That is so freaking cool. And I definitely noticed that that's exactly what has happened. I am overall a happier person. Try to get me down. I challenge you to do that because it's gonna be rough. I do have my moments. I'm a human being, right? Like, I'm still learning all this and practicing it every day, but I will rebound so much faster than ever. Like, and I love observing the process too, because like something will get me down and I'll be upset for maybe like a few minutes, and I'll realize it happening as I'm like rebounding back, being like, oh my God, here it is again. This would have taken me weeks sometimes to get over, and this just took minutes now because I am instantly able to kind of turn things around into a positive. And it's just a brilliant feeling, right? So there's this guy, Robert Emmons, and he is such a cool dude. So he is a professor of psychology in the University of California. He is an author, and he is the founding editor and editor-in-chief of, what is it called? The Journal of Positive Psychology. Journal of Positive Psychology. Like, doesn't that sound just so wonderful? Don't you want to be a part of it? But this guy's awesome. He has done a lot of research in terms of gratitude and how it helps people thrive. And he's seen some really great results. And I want you to know that if you're skeptical, go do your research, because it's not just Robert Emmons that has found these results. Like, these are all over the place. And so let's talk about some of these benefits. So firstly, you get a more optimistic mood in general. Like, you just see that, you know, you're just more positive, you're more bubbly. And people in my environment have started noticing this for sure. It's actually infected the people in my environment, which is so cool that I've been able to pass that on to them without them even engaging in the process. It increases your desire to exercise and take care of yourself. Now, I am the first to always say that in order to be able to improve your physical health, you need to be ready on a mental and soul level. Like, you need to be there mentally, and you need to be ready to make those changes. Otherwise, the physical changes won't come, or they won't last, right? So to all the people that want to improve their physical health, most of them are doing it because they've just been told their whole lives, like, hey, you should be healthy, you should take care of yourself, right? But does that really make you want to do it? You need to really want to do it and understand how it benefits you, right? And have that desire. So additionally, it can actually decrease physical symptoms like pain. And right now, if you're not already aware, we have a huge problem. We're in the middle of an opioid epidemic in this country. And it makes me super sad to say, but healthcare is what caused it. It's been the misprescribing of our physicians to try to treat pain. And in this country in general, in Western medicine, we have a really poor understanding of pain, starting from the fact that we need pain to heal. We try to take away people's pain by giving them all the pharmaceuticals in the world, but that's really counterproductive, because these people don't end up feeling any of the pain that they actually need to heal ultimately. And that goes for physical and mental pain. You need some of it to heal. Another thing is that a lot of our pain is actually based on our perception. So before you guys try to destroy me and be like, what? Like, you think that my pain's not real? I think that a lot of pain, actually, I know based off of a lot of research that, like, things like fibromyalgia, a lot of those pains are associated with your perception. They're not like as a result of an accident, right? Nothing like that. It's truly just people having a lot of built up toxic emotions and energy in their body, and it's manifesting as physical pain. If you think that's too woo, you need to go look into it. I challenge you, please do. You'll find a lot on that. And so we've kind of been just resulting to pharmaceuticals, when here we are, like, we have something that we can actually attain. We can obtain less pain and also be happier by just being grateful. Like, that is so neat, right? It also helps you attain your goals, right? Because when you feel great, you want to thrive, and you want to develop. So that obviously makes sense there. But the coolest thing is that it also has shown to increase your desire to help others, right? Those people that are super jealous, that are just really bitter people, they're not going to be out there trying to help others, right? They're not thriving, they're not happy, they're not going to want to see other people happy. So it would make sense of the opposite, where if you are happy, and you want to share this mindset with everyone around you, right? So I do want to say that these benefits aren't just for the average person that's just kind of, got their ups and downs here and there. These are benefits that have shown to be very relevant for the people that are really suffering from more serious mental health concerns. Like the ones that, truly cannot get out of feeling depressed on a regular basis, or feeling, a lot of anxiety, whatever it might be. So there were studies that were done with adding gratitude practices, such as writing, what you're grateful for down, adding that to regular talk therapy. Because let's face it, there's only, minimum time. It's like an hour a week or hour a few times a week. And there's only so much that you can cover, right? And with how healthcare is, it's already like we're dwindling down on how much time our physicians, our therapists are already spending with our patients. So this is actually a really cool thing that we can do, is we can send our patients home with this great tool for their toolbox of go write down what you're grateful for every day. And we get to wait and see and hopefully have them implement this and then come back to us and show how they are improving in mood, because it's been shown to be super great as an additive to talk therapy. I want to say that I've implemented this in my life for the past 3 months or so, and I see just the greatest benefits. So I really, really encourage you guys to go try it. If you don't believe what I'm saying, if you need to look into it more, go for it. Go do your own research. I think skepticism is very good. So go do your research on it. But for those of you that are ready to get started, and you might be seeing some challenges along the way, like what am I grateful for? Because it's hard, guys. It's hard. I was writing down trees and sky for like a really long time because it's hard to think about it, but it's also interesting how fast we think about negative things. But for those of you that are having a hard time, I recommend that you look at gratefulness.org. It's actually a website that I keep open on my phone because the content on there is just so beautiful and inspiring, but they also have a question of the day that can kind of help kind of jog some thoughts and push you along in this, gratitude practice. So go check that out. Grab a journal, grab a piece of paper, grab a Post-it, like whatever you have to do. 3 things you're grateful for and why, daily. Do it for at least like a month, you guys. 30 days, no big deal. Let me know what results you see. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.